I wanted to talk about the NFL free agency, and I got to say, Rod, it's a bad NFL free agency, man.
Yeah,
There's
when
a
I was looking up the list of guys, and I was looking up like a top 25, I'm looking like, dude, the top 25, like after a few names, there was one dude, he had Jalen Phillips as his third ranked. What the fuck? What? If he's your third ranked, Herbie, your list is in trouble. And he's not a bad player, but you know.
I'm like, dog, it's rough, man. It's rough, bro. So I want to go ahead and I'm gonna do this first. I'm gonna explain the franchise tag because the game that we're gonna play is I'm gonna name a couple people from this top 25 list, and I'm gonna ask, would you tag this person, sign this person to an extension, or let this person walk, right? And that's the game I want to play with you, Rod. So if anybody who doesn't understand, the franchise tag is basically a slave chain, if you really want to call it that. Like we could call it a cute name, but it's a slave chain. It's a mechanism to do two things: make sure that there's no actual real free agency, one, which is the most important part, and two, it is something that is used to control wages. If you see what college football is and how every year these kids are getting paid 5, 6, 10 more million dollars per year because that's what true free agency is. The NFL was like, nah, we can't have that. We don't trust you owners to behave. So we're gonna create a thing that's gonna make sure that nobody's actually a free agent. A person is only a free agent if a football team doesn't really want that person, right? So there's two ways to keep somebody on your team, whether sign that person to an extension or franchise tag that person. If you choose to franchise tag that person, then you are essentially giving that person a 1 year deal that is at average top five or top three at their position. So I want to go ahead and look at this. Because it's going to basically do a breakdown of what would the franchise tag be per position this year. So if you would look right here, what we got is the average salary, basically by position, what each person will make. A quarterback, if you franchise tag a quarterback, whoever it is, that person's getting $47 million. Running back 14, wide receiver 28, tight end 16, offensive lineman 28, defense about 20 to anywhere from 20 to 27 per position. And defensive tackle and defensive end, rounding it out at the highest, they would get the highest franchise tag. So now that we have that established, I want to go ahead and play the game. Rod, and I want you to play the game with the numbers in mind for the position as well. Okay, Rod? If you
Got you,
need me
got
to
you,
remind you what it is, we could go back and I'll remind you what the price is.
got you.
Okay. So first things first, Rod. Kyle Pitts.
I
What you doing
mean,
with Kyle Pitts, man?
they franchised him already, but if I would have franchise tagged them if I was the Falcons, and the reason why I say that is because at the end of the
Remember,
day,
you could sign him to an extension too. That's
no,
all.
no, 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 Herbie,
Okay, got you.
I'm giving him the franchise tag because
Got you. Got you. Got you.
his rookie season, he showed you kind of like what you wanted to see. The next 3 years, all you could see were angry Falcon fans every time they mentioned his name. And then last year, in a contract year, he picked up his play. So the franchise tag, I think, fits him perfectly, Herbie, because let me see if you could read. Let me see if I can get one more year of that kind of production before
Mm-hmm.
I commit to extending you. So I think the Falcons did the right thing.
Yeah, I'm with you with that, man. So franchise tag, that's gonna be $16 million for Kyle Pitts. Next up, George Pickens. What you doing with George Pickens, Rod?
And I actually have the list on my phone right now. The wide receivers get 28 mil. I'll say this, Herbie. If I'm the Cowboys, I think I franchise them, bro. I, I think I franchise. I don't know. I don't know who else on your team you're working. I don't know who else on the Cowboys you guys are working with, but I don't. The way Pickens played for you guys last season. As a matter of fact, Herbie, let me say this: the Steelers were criminals. They were criminally underutilizing this man. Like we didn't even realize how awesome he was after the catch. The amount of times Dak threw him on a drag or on a slant and he took it for 20, 30, 40
Take it to the
yards.
crib, yeah.
I Herbie, I think he's worth at least franchising at least 1 year, bro. I don't know how you feel, but I'd put the tag on him.
I am very happy that you asked. I'm signing him to an extension. We just do it, right?
Yeah.
This is
Oh, just
me.
yeah. You just want him. Yeah. Just take it.
This is and this is for two different reasons. Two completely different reasons. The financial side, I think it's better to just sign him to an extension because he's too good of a he's so good at football that he doesn't really have to try. Like the Steelers got tired of him, but they knew how good he was. Like they know how good he literally is. He might be the best, the greatest catch radius football player I've ever seen in my life. Some of the catches this dude makes is just out of control. And and I'm not gonna lie, people could call me blasphemous. People could say I don't care. He's better than CeeDee Lamb.
Man,
He,
that's not blasphemy. That's not. If you, that's not. I think that's debatable. 100%.
I'm telling you, as a
100%.
Cowboys fan, he's better than CeeDee Lamb. He could do
100%.
everything CeeDee Lamb could do, and CeeDee Lamb can't do everything he could do. You see, like, listen, you saw how they came for me for Amon St. Brown. I'm sorry, bro. Slot merchants ain't getting no love for me, dog. I like my dudes that are real outside dogs that can play in the slot too. George Pickens is a real outside dog that can play in the slot too. He's a beast from anywhere. And the other reason why I'm saying just sign him is because if you franchise this dude, you're going to lose him. So I would rather you either let him walk away and be the laughing stock or sign him. If you just let him play on a franchise, George Pickens don't care about nothing. I don't think George Pickens care about his mama. He willing to burn it all down. He's willing to burn it all down. You seen him on draft night, man. Man had a shiesty on draft night, man. This
That
man
tells
don't
you
care about
everything
nothing.
right there. That
He
tells you
don't care about
everything.
nothing. So either you sign him or you let him walk. But if you franchise this man and expect him to ball out on a franchise tag, that dude is going to be a headache, bro. So
Fair.
pick your poison. Pick your
But
poison.
yeah, you gotta pay. You gotta account for the diva side. Yeah.
You 100% got to do it. And to me, he's so good at football. It's not like, what are we talking about, dog? 1,400 yards, like 93 receptions, and he's so good. He's so good. Like he's ridiculously good, bro. Yeah, sign that man, bro. All right, Breece Hall, Rod. What you doing with Breece Hall?
Damn, you know what? They keep. When I was going through the free agency list, I had a list of guys that I picked that I would franchise, and you're just bringing them all up. Like if I was the Jets, I'll franchise them. Listen, man, Breece Hall is pretty much the engine of your offense if you have the right offensive coordinator. Given the Jets situation, I'd franchise him. Fuck yeah. Let me get another year, you my boy. Let me get another year. You know, with running backs, you never want to. You want to be careful with running backs because they age so quick. But I franchise them.
All right, this is where we defer. Bye bye, Breece. Bye bye.
Oh, you done with them? Done
I'm
with them?
not giving Breece Hall $14 million. Man, we drafting. It's the draft, man. I can find me somebody. I'm gonna find me a wide running back. You crazy? Giving Breece Hall 14 M's? Breece
Hey,
Hall 14 M's?
I don't listen. I can see the Jets doing it 100%. I can
I
totally.
can see the Jets doing it because it's the Jets. They're running their GM is the GM's name is Brick Johnson. That's their GM. It's an 18-year-old kid that allegedly they're picking their teams based off of Madden ratings, man. The Jets are liable to do anything, man. They're liable to do anything. So, but me personally, there's no way I could give Breece Hall $14 million. You're out of here, bro. I'm surprised they didn't let him go now. That's and not for nothing. That's something that's gonna have to. Matter of fact, no. Devon A. Chan is signed, right? He's signed, right?
No, yeah, he's fine. Yeah, he's fine.
Yeah. Okay, never mind. All right, this is some dude. I don't even know who the hell he is, bro. I'm guessing he's a good football player. I ain't talking about him, bro. Get out of here, man. And last but not least, man, what you doing with Daniel Jones, man? What you are in charge of the Indianapolis Colts. You are the owner, not the crazy lady that likes to be on the sideline. You're a part-time owner. You feel me? You got a couple of stocks in the Colts. What are you doing with Daniel Jones, Rod? Are you giving Daniel Jones minimum $47 million?
I am not giving Daniel Jones
Ooh.
coming off of an Achilles where even prior to the Achilles, Herbie, he was starting to unravel a little bit. and that scared me. Like he was starting to kind of come back down to earth, and then he got injured. Now, if you ask me what I think the Colts are gonna do, I would not be shocked at all if the Colts franchise him, given the fact that prior to the injury, outside of a couple performances, he played pretty well under Shane Steichen. That being said, if you ask me, Herbie, bye bye, Danny boy, bye bye.
All right. I 1000% agree with you. However, he's getting tagged. He's a
I
quarterback.
think they will tag him, but I'm not tagging him.
I'm not
And
tagging him either, but it is so scarce that we could watch Daniel Jones underwhelm for his entire New York Giants career, have one good year, get paid, immediately make them regret giving him that contract, be a free agent signing with the Indianapolis Colts for $14 million, by the way. Remember, he only got signed for $14 million. And then be good with a team for 8 weeks, get hurt, be ass, and then get hurt again. And then trick himself into another $50 million bag. It really pays to be a mediocre quarterback, man. It really pays to be a mediocre quarterback. Like,
the only other job better is a backup, man. Clipboard.
bruh, it is. Now, again, this is relatively speaking. Daniel Jones is excellent at his job, relatively speaking. I mean, the skill to even be good enough to trick two teams into giving you $50 million means it's really hard to play the position. I'm saying this in relative to his peers. He is a professional quarterback that can win a game. It's so hard to be a good quarterback, guys. We really don't know what we're watching when we watch this stuff. However, you about to trick another team into giving you 50 M's? It can't be me. Can't be me, dog.
Can't be me. Hey,
Can't be me.
And you know that old saying, Herbie? They say a smart man learns from his. Shout out to Happy Evelyn, baby. Appreciate you.
Appreciate that, man.
You know what
Appreciate
I
that
mean?
100%, man. Thank
Um,
you so much, man. Hold
but
on.
I heard. I
Hold
heard.
on. Wait, Rod. Round of applause and air horns for Happy Elephant, man. Appreciate that.
Much
Appreciate
love.
that,
Much
man.
love.
Much
Much
love.
love.
Much love.
Welcome.
What were you saying,
Welcome to
Rob?
the family, baby.
Welcome to the family. But what were you
Hey,
saying, Rob?
but I'll say this, man. They say a smart man learns from his mistakes, Herbie, but a wise man learns from the mistakes of others, Herbie. And I'm a wise man. I like to consider myself. No, say just like the old school Dare commercials, Herbie. Say no to Daniel Jones. Say no, man. Truth, baby. No, sir.
All right. There's no way I could top that. That is hilarious, bro. So